Welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. Stay informed with quick, easy-to-listen summaries of our latest articles, perfect for when you're on the go. No reading required. Subscribe for free at mercola.com for the latest health insights.
Have you ever looked down at an empty snack bag and wondered how it vanished so quickly, only to feel your mood crash moments later? Hello, and welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. I'm Ethan Foster, joined by Alara Skye, and today we're examining how ultra-processed foods hook you into addiction while quietly fueling depression, anxiety, and stress.
Ultra-processed foods, or UPFs, aren't just convenience items. They're formulations engineered to bypass your natural brakes. By overstimulating dopamine, opioids, and endocannabinoids, they keep you reaching for more. That biochemical trap explains why willpower falters and why emotional lows often follow a binge, long before any weight gain appears.
A cross-sectional study from Ankara, Turkey, tracked nearly 4,000 adults aged 18 to 65. Researchers measured UPF intake, mood, hedonic hunger, and clinical signs of food addiction. High-intake participants skewed younger, largely female, and frequently single or unemployed, groups facing higher stress and fewer support networks.
Among those heavy consumers, 86.7% met the Yale Food Addiction Scale threshold. That means cravings, failed cutbacks, and eating despite consequences. Classic addiction markers. These behaviors aren't about weak character. They reflect the same neurochemical dependence seen with nicotine or opioids, triggered here by everyday packaged foods.
Mood scores rose in lockstep with intake. People highest in UPF consumption logged the greatest depression, anxiety, and stress. In participants who met addiction criteria, those emotional burdens intensified, confirming that UPFs don't simply reflect how you feel. They actively worsen your emotional health.
Hedonic hunger, eating for pleasure, didn't explain the pattern as strongly as addiction symptoms did. Pleasure may start the habit, but the compulsive loop is driven by dependence. Your reward pathways adapt, needing bigger hits for the same effect, while withdrawal discomfort pushes you back to the very foods harming you.
Imaging studies show UPFs lighting up reward centers the way drugs do. Over time, dopamine receptors downregulate, so you chase larger portions just to feel normal. That cycle steals impulse control and makes moderation impractical once the bag is open.
Meanwhile, UPFs shrink microbial diversity and raise inflammatory bacteria in your gut. Because the gut-brain axis sends continuous signals to your nervous system, a disrupted microbiome heightens cravings, amplifies stress hormones, and lowers mood resilience. Damage begins immediately, not just after years of poor eating.
When you try to quit, withdrawal hits fast, usually within 24 to 72 hours. Irritability, headaches, fatigue, and obsessive food thoughts mirror drug detox. Knowing this is a biological recalibration helps you treat the first week as detox, not a personal failing.
Animal evidence shows brain remodeling starting on day 1 of UPF exposure. Dopamine surges grow, but receptor sensitivity drops. That mismatch drives compulsive seeking long before body mass changes. It's why prevention matters, even if your scale hasn't budged.
Dr. Mercola's first step for breaking the cycle targets: vegetable oils rich in linoleic acid. Soybean, corn, canola, sunflower, safflower, cottonseed, and grapeseed oils accumulate in tissues, stress mitochondria, and disturb mood regulation. Eliminating them removes a major chemical driver of cravings.
For 2 weeks, cook solely with butter, ghee, tallow, or coconut oil. Prepare every meal at home to dodge hidden oils and sauces, dressings, frozen entrees, and restaurant fare. This controlled environment lets your brain and gut start healing without constant linoleic acid hits.
Step 2 is a clean break. Go completely UPF, free for at least 5 days. That window resets dopamine sensitivity. Post a list of approved foods, schedule meals, and steer clear of tempting aisles so you're not negotiating with cravings during the vulnerable reset.
Step 3 focuses on rebuilding the microbiome. Aim for about 250 grams of healthy carbohydrates daily from whole fruits and white rice, which feed mitochondria without additives. Layer in fermented options, sauerkraut, kimchi, or grass-fed kefir, to repopulate beneficial bacteria.
Gradually add prebiotic vegetables such as onions, garlic, leeks, asparagus, and green bananas. Introduce small servings first if your digestion feels fragile. Within weeks, improved microbial balance can lift mental clarity, stabilize energy, and reduce stress reactivity.
Step 4. Substitutes movement for emotional eating. When boredom, sadness, or worry sparks a craving, stand up. 10 squats, a 5-minute walk, or gentle stretches shift your nervous system from fight or flight toward calm. This physical cue rewires the automatic link between emotion and food.
Step 5 is friction, making relapse inconvenient. Keep trigger foods out of your home or out of sight if others insist on them. Plan meals in advance and even alter your commute to bypass fast food cues. Each extra barrier gives your rewiring brain space to form new habits.
Listeners ask, what exactly makes UPFs addictive? It's the lab-crafted mix of refined carbs, added fats, salt, and flavor enhancers that overstimulate reward circuits while distorting hunger signals. Over time, you don't eat for nourishment. You chase a chemical high.
Another question. How do UPFs worsen mood? Higher intake directly predicts elevated depression, anxiety, and stress because inflammatory gut changes and dopamine dysregulation destabilize your emotional baseline. The food you rely on for comfort ends up deepening discomfort.
Who's most at risk? Younger adults, women, single individuals, and anyone under financial or emotional strain. Pre-existing mood disorders magnify vulnerability because brain and hormone imbalances amplify both cravings and stress responses.
What withdrawal symptoms should you expect? Irritability, fatigue, headaches, and food obsessions peak by day 3 and ease after day 5. Mark those dates so you read discomfort as progress instead of defeat.
How do you break the cycle? Cut vegetable oils, go cold turkey for 5 to 7 days, rebuild your gut with whole foods, use movement to disrupt cravings, and add friction between yourself and UPFs. Each layer weakens the loop and strengthens new patterns.
Your challenge, starting right now, eliminate every vegetable oil we named, drop all ultra-processed foods for the next 5 days, and replace each craving with 5 minutes of movement. Track your mood and energy daily so you witness the change. Thank you for watching Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe now and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.